joined by André Gomes, and we're going to talk about his topic of inclusion and other things. So could you please introduce yourself and tell us what your background is?
Yeah, I think this is an important question because when you talk about inclusion today, you have to know where we came from to speak about it. And my background is the pediatric oncology. I studied in Brazil physical education and worked 5 years in 2 hospitals, working with education and inclusion for the children with cancer. And then I came to Spain. I did my PhD in medical anthropology, and I worked more 5 years with this thematic inclusion for children with cancer at school. Then I left the pediatric oncology and I was working with people with autism, with depression, obesity. This is my background, work with these people.
And what do you do now?
Now I am working in the university here at the LMU in the pedagogic by behavior disorders. And now I am doing small projects with my students about inclusion from children with depression, anxiety, and I am working more with this thematic from inclusion from people that have to flee for your country, refugees at schools in Munich and in Bavaria. This is my project right now.
And how did you get interested in this topic?
This is a good question. I really believe that we are humans and you are not better off another one. If I have a PhD and you don't have all this hierarchy that the society have, it's not part of my, I grew up with, seeing people fight to live in the oncology. And I think everybody have the right for education. And sure, this is already the rules that every country sign, but you are still on the way to the really inclusion here. Not just here in Germany, but I think in many other places in the world.
Many other countries.
Yeah. And that way I have really interest in this thematic from inclusion from people, refugees, for example. Yeah.
And what do you hope to achieve with your research?
Honestly, I try to make aware my students about this thematic. The inclusion starts with me and it starts with you.
So a bottom-up approach.
That's it. And if they are at school with 10, 15, 20 students, they are the school system. They have to be responsible to a good environment in the class and to welcome well our children with cancer, with obesity, or on a refugee. And I think it's good that in my seminar we have many aha moments. Yeah. That inclusion come not from outside, come from here for us.
So students have to really accept it and take it into the practice themselves and not just wait for someone else to tell them, you've got to do this, because otherwise
that's it.
They don't internalize it.
That's it. And maybe I think that you can to do things not just at school, in your private life too. And then I asked them, how many people from Africa do you know? How many people different of your culture do you know? Try to find these people, play football with them, try to understand them. I think this is the way, not just professional, but it's something that personal too.
And why is inclusion so important? Why should everyone be included?
I can give many answers for this, and we are now in Bavaria in a Christlich environment here. And I say, this is for me, the basic thing of the humanity. And that said, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, Akhenaton, we are the same. We are one humanity. In that way, I don't think that no one have to be excluded from school or for a group. We need more acceptance. This is a religious principle, the love principle. You can see from many directions. And a right to. Since 1948, you have the human rights.
Yeah.
And after the human rights, you have many meetings, conventions. But if you follow the human rights for 1948, everybody has to be included in the school today.
Yeah. How can you use international collaboration to try and push this idea of inclusion forward?
One of a good example is the project EUGLOH. Yeah? This understanding from this small talk between us, that you see, wow, how we think different, but at the same time, how we are the same humans. Yeah? And this understanding from how works a university in Portugal, or in Spain, or in Norway, or Hungary, this small talk, this deep project that we can develop, this is already something that sound not like big step, but I think big steps start with small steps. Yeah? And this understanding and the work together, it's something that I really appreciate. We have to learn to live and work between different cultures.
Yeah,
this
definitely.
Is important.
And are there any practical implications of your research?
Yeah, have practical implication because my students, I don't give this frontal class, speaking. They go visit refugees projects and talk with refugees, talk with people that work directly with these refugees, in her or his house, or at school, and then they bring this work together to the university, and you do a small publication, and then we try to make aware another people about how important it is to know how to handle, how to manage the situation, and how to have this understanding for the people. Because you have to think that many of these refugees came here with traumata. A university in Portugal, or in Spain, or in Norway, or Hungary. This small talk, this deep project that we can develop, this is already something that sound not like big step, but I think big steps start with small steps. Yeah? And I think the another point too is that here in Germany, the people look the Kultusministerium like, yeah, they say they have to teach this. Yeah, teach this, but be flexible. Yeah.
Yeah.
And try to understand your children too. Your
tailor,
kids.
tailor to the students that you have, rather than just here is what you need to do.
Yeah, that's it. And I think my students, they get the message.
What should we take away from this conversation?
I think you have to see the another one like brothers and sisters. I am not better than no one, and no one is better than me. And I think if you think like this, that you have the same objective in this world, this is a better life, a better education for our children, for our society, or a peaceful place to live. You have to understand that this is not about the respect, the hierarchy. I think hierarchy is important too, but to know that we are all humans in the same planet. I think it's this.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.